I got a feeling for my hometown. I know the streets, I know my way around.
At Century 21, we have never forgotten how we started out. And even though today we bring more buyers and sellers together than any other real estate system, even though we've become the #1 home selling system in America, we still do it one home at a time.
I got a feeling for my hometown.
Century 21, the hometown advantage.
Hemorrhoids. They hurt, burn, and swell. And more doctors recommend Anusol to relieve the hurting than all other hemorrhoid medicines combined. Anusol is the word to remember for relief.
The Greenland Eskimos. Studies link their low incidence of heart disease to a fish diet rich in omega-3. Only Promega, cholesterol-free Promega, has the highest percentage concentration of natural omega-3. All natural, more omega-3, cholesterol-free.
Dan Lasko on the line as we begin our second single string roll-off. Dan was our 4th place qualifier. And he'll be rolling against 3rd place Peter Flynn. Sparely right away. Piece of wood right beside 2 and 4. There you see it. Joe Tavernese has advanced over Tommy Osta. Now it's Lasko against Flynn to determine who will roll against Tavernese. And the eventual winner then will be in a 2-string roll-off against our top seed, Dick O'Connell. For Lasko, it's a fill of 7. How do you play this one?
Well, I think Dan's going to go after the 3-pin. And hopefully the wood will do some acting for him.
Oddly enough, the wood did the acting, but he didn't touch the 3-pin. I'm not saying he didn't want to. Of course he did. All right, now Peter Flynn. Fine left-handed bowler. There's Peter Flynn of Woburn. He qualified with a 435. Lasko with a 426. For those of you who are seeing our championship show for the first time, it's live. These are the 5 bowlers who have had the highest 3-string totals since our last championship show. And Peter Flynn, 2 full on the head pin. He thought he had that one, I'm sure.
It's very close to being a lob as well. Had to watch Ralph on that one to see what he was up to over there.
Ralph, of course, as Kim Lipke points out, is sitting right on the lob line. Lob is called. So they'll be reset. And he's rolling too.
I think nerves are playing a factor right now. Everybody's still a little uptight.
Well, you can speak from experience. You won this thing. Were you up a little tight?
I think I'm a little more nervous right now than I was back then.
All right, that was what we call a skip lob. It's legal because the first contact the ball made was this side of the lob line. In the previous instances with both Peter Flynn and Joe Tavernese, the ball made its first contact with the lane beyond the lob line. So that's a 10. A disappointment for Peter Flynn. Dan Lasko coming up. And remember, as I told you before, Ralph Stewart sits directly on the lob line. He looks right down at it. Wow. Right down the middle, 1-5 punch out, not even a spread eagle. You saw Dan's statistics. Average 120, high single 192. His high triple is 486. That's a disappointing 6 for Dan Lasko. He's representing Lucky Strike Lanes in Dorchester. He is a warehouse selector for Monarch Foods in Everett, Massachusetts. There's a big hit by Lasko. 1 pin to pick up the 10. Is this easier for a left-hander to go across lane?
I think it's easier for a lefty, yes.
Made it. And conversely, the 7 would be easier for you as a right-hander. All right, Peter Flynn, the left-hander, coming up now. Peter works for A.W. Chesterton Company. Well, no object pin. 3 pieces of wood. Obviously, we see where that 1 piece of wood is going to finally stop, the one that's in the middle. Well, it's no longer in the middle.
Still think he's going to use it.
Oh, yeah, I would think so, too. And then there are the 2 pieces of wood behind it, and 7 and 10.
Try and catch it right around where the stripe is on that piece of wood that's angled, and hopefully the ball will take the 10 and the pin will take the 7.
Let's see, right on that red that time.
Yeah,
hit it right on the red.
A little bit higher, I think, than what he wanted.
Ralph Stewart wants to take a look at the loose ball, get it out of the way.
You can tell Ralph knows we're live. He's moving a little faster.
Right on the nose that time for Peter Flynn for his 3rd successive 10 box.
Otherwise known as a perfect game so far.
Boy, that's tough when that 5 stays up there. And now you've got parallel pins in the 4 and 5 and also in the 7 and 8. Piece of wood is your only chance here, isn't it, to try to maybe keep it?
I think the shot would be easier for a righty than it is a lefty.
All right, now Peter will go for these 2 to try to keep it at 4 10s. He has it. All right, at the end of 4, here in the 2nd of our elimination strings, Dan Lasko still has a bonus ball to roll. He's at 43 plus that. Peter Flynn, 40.
You couldn't play the stock market 7 days a week until now. Priscilla Stone won $2,500 playing the Boston Herald's Cash in the Market. So did John Silva. Cash in the Market gives you free starts every Sunday and a chance to win up to $2,500 every day. Nicholas Healy won $1,000. So did Francis Piatowski. And all these people were winners too. Now the market is open 7 days a week. Get 3 new stocks this Sunday and play every day in the Boston Herald.
Hello? Oh, hi, honey. Dinner? Well, we can have a spinach salad.
With Good Seasons, you can make most anything on your mind.
Red wine vinegar with olive oil and Good Seasons Italian. Oh, wait a second. Oh, no. How about a chef salad? I'll add mayo and sour cream. Oh, hold on. A vegetable salad with Dijon mustard dressing. Okay, see you later.
Good Seasons salad dressing mix. From one packet, keep pouring out.
So, here's my forecast for tomorrow. An early morning shower is possible, followed by dry, gusty winds. Then, just a tad warmer, with high pressure slowly moving in, making it just ducky in the afternoon. But I'm tracking a storm for you later on in the
Center
week.
5 stick out. He brings the weather down to earth.
But remember, tonight will be a real sizzler.
Dan Lasko on the line. I'm Don Gillis along with Tim Lipke. We are live from the Fairway in Natick, Massachusetts, the 12th annual Candlepin Championship Show. The 5 top bowlers since our last show. Competing for a first prize of $10,000, runner-up $5,000. Dan Lasko is working on a spare that time, and he gets 5. Now the 1, 3, 7, 9, and 10.
Just missed his object pin.
Dan is a single father. He has a daughter, Ashley.
Now, there's an old theory that lefties have a little bit more of a break on lanes than right-handed bowlers because there aren't that many lefties in this game.
Does that mean you don't like to face a left-hander?
Well, if you ask some lefties, and I'm sure Peter would say the same thing, that the right-handed bowler, a lot of times it gets a groove in the lane, even though the Candlepin ball doesn't weigh that much, and it's more or less a new lane for any lefty that comes into a house.
5 and 10. Once upon a time referred to as the Woolworth, but I don't know how many Woolworth 5 and 10s there are anymore. Shows you how old I am. Dan Lasko has a 10. All right, Peter Flynn coming up now, trailing by 8 pins, looking for his first mark.